Hello, guys. I am so sorry about that. For anyone who was tuning in before, just checking the sound's coming out, and I seem to be, so I'm going to take these off for the minute. Yeah, I tried this before, and my sound wasn't coming out. I'm really sorry, guys. The other day, like I think it was last night, night before, I tripped over the wire. It's been working absolutely fine. I went to plug it back in, and it looks like I plugged one bit in the wrong side, and there was another bit I needed to plug in. In fact, I'm just going to keep these on just to make myself feel extra secure that you can hear me. Oh man, we're here to talk about Squeefest, guys. Now this looks to be the biggest and best Squeefest yet, and it's got so many exciting bits to it. But the reason why communication and me sharing stuff is happening so late has just been there's just been so much to do. There's been holdups. There's been at one stage someone's going to do something for the song, they couldn't in the end, so I had to get someone else in for that. That delayed everything else. It's all the fun of broadcasting and basically scheduling 24 hours of live telly. But guys, we'll never mind that now. I'm here to share some goodies. This is so exciting. So what we're going to go through today, I've got my little list here. So we're going to go through event details, the poster for guests and panels. We're going to go through a huge load of people to announce. We've got something called Think Difference. We'll explain in a bit. We've got the song and video, which is coming out for Squeefest. We're going to talk about that and some other updates, but let's just get going. So the event details, let's start there. So actually, if I bring up the poster, which I'm going to talk through with you for the guests, it's got it all up at the top. So these are the panels which we're going to do. So I'll give you the event details quickly. So it's happening Saturday the 28th till Sunday the 29th, 2 p.m. till 2 p.m. BST, that's UK time. So if you're in another country, please Google against BST, because we've got two time zones, and sometimes it says confusingly GMT +1. So if you just either Google current time in England or BST to make sure you get the right one of our time zones. Oh, and of course, a car alarm's now going to go off during my broadcast. Why wouldn't it? Sorry about this, guys. And if it's a car, which I think it is, usually that one goes on for ages, and it's anyway. I have to have the window open. It's bloody baking here in the UK. It's gorgeous, but wow. Hence the shirt as well. So, guys, sorry, I digress. Yeah, in BST it's 2 p.m. till 2 p.m. In EST it's 9 a.m. till 9 a.m. Do check all these. And in PST or Pacific time, if I've got it wrong, sometimes I've said these and I've got the wrong thing for what time of year it is. But current time in Eastern in America is 9 a.m. till 9 a.m. for Squeefest. And for PT, Pacific time, I think it is, it's 6 a.m. till 6 a.m. So some odd times, but we've got loads of stuff throughout the 24 hours. Like, this is the best lineup we've ever had. The announcements which I'm going to make, I've got 2 more guest announcements and some more panels to announce. The 2 guests, one is a huge one, which is in my usual kind of wheelhouse. It's the kind of guest you might expect from Squeefest. We've got loads of comedians to announce, but as everyone knows, I'm a big sci-fi guy. So one of the guests maybe lean towards the sci-fi of it all, and it's, as I say, it's a big one. And then we've got an announcement for someone who is booked in, but they're just kind of confirming the time slot. And they're someone who's definitely outside of my usual interviews, but that makes it all the more exciting to me. So a little bit cryptic there, but we've got 2 huge guests to announce in the next couple of days. But this is what we're announcing today. This is the panels for Squeefest. We've got a few more to add, but this is what we've got on the poster so far. Ben Sims, who's a chronic pain and neurodivergency expert. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am in chronic pain. I've got a knee injury from years ago, kickboxing, on my left side and also on my left. Just point towards my shoulder there. I broke and dislocated my arm 2 years ago, and recently that's started kicking up a lot of nerve pain, and sometimes the two join up together. And the one thing which I learned, which has been amazing, is that people in neurodiversity, we feel pain more. We experience it greater, basically, for want of a better phrase. So I'm really interested to hear about that. And it was just so freeing to learn that, because it's like I stopped judging myself for like feeling pain a lot, because there's a reason why I feel it more. I'm not just being a wuss. I am that too, but you know. Anyway, Nicola Levy from the Owl Centre charity. Oh, Nicola is amazing. She's been helping me put this day together. I'm going to talk to her at the top of the show. So we've traditionally always done the first interview as an interview with our charity partners, and that's continuing. We've got bipolar lived experiences. So my friend Ruth Watson, she's going to be joined now. It's not on the poster yet, but we'll be on the next iteration of the poster. We're updating it all the time because we've just got so many exciting announcements. But we've got Emma Rees and Kenton Hall. They're going to be joining her. And it's all people who just live with this condition, which I don't know as much about as some of the other ones. So I really want to represent every neurodivergency at Squeefest. So yeah, there's that. That's going to be great. We've got Owl Centre Charity again, but this is the chair of the charity, Laura Roberts, is going to be talking about chairing such a wonderful organization. For anyone who doesn't know the Owl Centre, it's a great charity which helps out neurodivergent people. They go into schools, they do speech therapy, but it's not just for children. They do post diagnosis support for people, which I wish I had known about a service like that when I was going through that, because that's a painful process and it's still ongoing. Yeah, anyway, we've got spelling out dyslexia and dyscalculia by the numbers. So yeah, I've got dyslexia, and I'm really interested in this panel particularly because although I now know I've got at least two types of neurodivergency. One is dyslexia, two is ADHD, and I think three, autism. But I'm waiting testing for that, so I'm always careful about how I say that. But let me move over there. I can be on the screen at the same time. Hey guys, so just lean over here. Hey, so we've got yeah. When I realized I had ADHD and started learning about it, the more stuff I realized that I blamed on dyslexia, but just doesn't fit that at all. So I looked into it, and yeah, it's like a lot of these things don't match dyslexia. And I'm wondering, now I've removed all that stuff, because I used to say the kind of positives were the responsibility of dyslexia as well. Now I know a lot of those are actually ADHD traits. So I'm wondering, are there any positives of dyslexia specifically? And I can't wait to talk to her about that and learn about dyspraxia, which is something I know less about. So that's with Joanne Holdaway. Joanna, sorry, Holdaway. If you look on the program, we'll have all the names of people involved, some of which I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I'm going to butcher them. I will try and get them for the day, though. Neurodivergent children in Vietnam. So we're going to see about the provisions for children in Vietnam from a lady who works in the Saigon Children's Center in Vietnam. So that's going to be great. Neurodiversity around the world. We've got India, Vietnam, and Kazakhstan represented. So that's going to be amazing. I'm just trying to sort out something with an expert in America who will be on a separate slot. I'm hoping to talk to them about neurodiversity and how the funding for that has altered and what provisions they can give with the recent cutbacks in America. So I think that's going to be fascinating. Neurodiversity, disability, and family. That's with Bethany Lunny, who's 15, and she's a published author, and a mum, Lynette Webster. I want to talk about autism in the family, writing, you know, as an autistic person, and you know, Bethany talking about her autism and the fact that her mum had to juggle with the different needs which someone with autism has, and the fact that that Bethany's brother has a rare chromosome disorder. So that's a lot to deal with in one family. Like when I so anyway, that's a balance. I'll talk a bit more though. So when my son Stuart was growing up, I don't want to talk too much about him in case he doesn't want me to too much, but I think it was made a lot more difficult by the fact that he didn't know about his autism because we were advised not to tell him that he would use it as a crutch. I now really regret that. I would never advise that to anyone. Always let the person know, then they can start learning about it to better like what's their full potential, because they're working to the potential of who they are, not who they're expected to be as a neurotypical person, which they're not. I know a lot of people think they're doing someone a favor by not giving them a label. I get that, but it's like if someone had a heart condition, you wouldn't go, well, we better not give them medication because it's a label I'm putting on them. It's not. It's information about your condition so you can better work around it. And if someone did have a heart condition, you wouldn't treat them any differently. And it's the same with autism, with any of these neurodivergencies. Anyway, I digress. I mean, I said you might have to treat us differently in your approach, but not differently as if we're an alien species, just to be clear, because we might need some help. Okay, so we've got the guest lineup. Oh man, this is amazing. And there's still some amazing guests to announce. We've got George Coppen, your friend of mine. He's a stand-up. He's touring all around the UK at the moment. He's just done this huge festival. You'll see him like next year as he was this year at Sci-Fi Weekender. I don't know if he's been confirmed, but most likely, I'll just say that. John Robertson from The Dark Room. If you've never seen it, please Google it. Look up John. He is a powerhouse of a performer and pretty much an avatar for ADHD. So perfect for the lineup. He talks about ADHD in his show. So looking forward to talking to him about that and how he thinks maybe ADHD has affected his stand-up. This isn't just going to be interviews about neurodivergency. But I figure the days about that, making some of the questions about that just makes sense. I think it's just an interesting way of having another in to doing an interview with these people. Tom Lissus, my buddy from, he was in the last 2 seasons of Due South. That's America and Canada. In the UK, those 2 series are as one series and they're released that way. So, yeah, if you get the DVDs in the UK, it's season 3 and season 3 and 4 other countries, but that's not important right now. He's going to be joining us. He's going to be playing a game. So we've got a game, Outrageous Liars. So if you look at the bottom of the poster, if I can get my pointer there, yep. We've got some podcasts and games down there, Arcane Frequencies and Classical. I'll talk about those in a second anyway. But Outrageous Liars with Ed Fortune is a game where we are given a, tell us about the time. And they tell us about this time. They say, oh, tell us about the time one I got one year was you invented a new type of dog food. And on the spot, or 7 different types of dog food, whatever number it was. And I had to on the spot come up with different types of dog food, which I had invented. Always good fun. And Tom's there. Other people can buzz and go, oh, you forgot to tell us about this bit, though. And you've got to incorporate yes and whatever they say. Tom's a great improviser as well as an actor, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I get to play alongside Tom. That's going to be just amazing. Hopefully, we're going to have another player for that game too. We've got Ray O'Leary, amazing stand-up from New Zealand. He was on Taskmaster New Zealand. If you haven't seen it yet, I think it's available on YouTube, but Channel 4 have got at least some of the seasons. Hopefully, they've got Ray's. I'm not sure, though, because he was in one of the more recent seasons. I think the last one. But check him out. He's great. He's got a new special on YouTube for free. So look up Ray O'Leary, listen to the hour, and you'll know why I'm saying you've got to be there. Just great. I saw him live when he came to Southampton just after interviewing him. Just a really lovely guy as well. We got your friend of mine, Kent Hall. He's filmmaker, musician. He's on the song, which I'll talk about in a minute. For Squeefest, which you'll see on the single, on the on the poster, that the single is out on the 20th of June. More about that in a minute. But he's also going to be joining us. It's him and Madam Misfit, who are both on the song Madam Misfit there, who are both going to be joining me and hopefully some others to talk about putting the song together and music in general. I think it's just going to be a lovely chat about music. And Nicola Lathy from the El Santa charity, she's been amazing. They've given me so many people for panels. I just kept on coming back to my email inbox. And I just see more wonderful experts from around the world who've just been chucked in. So I'll get an email. Oh, good bunny is. So I'll get an email saying that, yeah, this is someone who I've just emailed to talk to you on the day. Please get back to them. I'm just putting you in touch. And I just emailed these people. They're already prepped and they already want to do Squeefest. So all the panels have been sent by Nicola, and I can be more thankful. The charity has been so supportive this year. Again, that's the El Centre charity. We're going to have the Just Giving link soon. was going to get to this later, but you may as well say it now. Just Giving have had to set up the Owl Centre charity, as I said in the previous update. So unfortunately, that's just taking a bit of time. So as soon as we've got them set up, I will raise a link for the fundraiser, and we can start to get the money pouring into Squeefest. Yeah, just sorry that, yeah, it's nothing. It's basically out of everyone's hands apart from Just Giving. And they do this just due diligence to make sure the money that you put to Just Giving gets the right places. Right. So also on the poster, we've got podcasts, Arcane Frequencies. That's Andy and Mary, and they're going to be talking about all the spiritual things in life, all the things ghostly. They are both experienced ghost hunters, and it'll be really interesting. I'm like, yeah, just to be completely honest, I'm a skeptic, but I'm fascinated. I love hearing about these things. I love to hear about other people's passions, even if they're not my own. So like someone, if they're obsessed with trains, what's cool about trains? What am I missing about trains? And I like to go into interviews like this, like that, and they can represent their beliefs. But I'll always be honest about mine. Doesn't mean we can have a lovely conversation though. And Andy, they're both really great at just, you know, they don't feel threatened if you don't believe as well. They'll just talk to you from their perspective of belief, and I will talk to them from my skeptical side of it, but with fascination for everything they're talking about. And it's just going to be a great time. We've got Unclassical. Oh my God. This is usually Marsha and Katie who talk about classical literature, and they read out, and we talk about what's very silly and dumb about it. Like there's some stuff like there's wild sexism, there's wild kind of attitudes towards people. And if you read these books, which you think you know by heart, you find all this really weird, messed up stuff. We've done it a couple of years in a row. So this year it'll be Marsha and her fiance, boyfriend. Sorry if I've accidentally engaged them, but he's going to be joining us because unfortunately Kate's not available. But I always have such a good time. It's on at 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's perfect for the time that kind of wakes me up a little bit. And I need someone who's got a lot of pep, and it's always great. You're just going to love it. If you haven't seen it before, please check it out. Just look up Unclassical. It's great. We've got Outraged Liars, I've already mentioned, and Trek Species Showdown, which I've done live with my buddy James King, who's going to be joining me for that. More details to follow about the home edition, because I've got to make it up basically. The version we do on stage isn't going to work live, so I've got some ideas, but more to follow about that later. Let's talk about the single though. So guys, not content with adding to the lineup this year some amazing guests, and as I say, more guests to follow. Please do stay tuned. I'm going to do a huge announcement tomorrow. But also this year, as well as adding panels, I thought we'd do a song. So I don't know. I just like the idea came into my head and it wouldn't go away, you know? And I was like, what would the song look like? Who would I get involved? And when I was on the Sci-Fi Weekend earlier on in the year, I just talked to all these acts and they were all just like, sure, we'll help. Sure, we'll do that. Yeah, that sounds great. And one unfortunately had to pull out, but I had so many, it was such an embarrassment of riches of people who were willing to go on the song with me, and I'm on the song. So guys, if you haven't seen the previous update, it's a rap song. So I got Professor Elemental, I've got Madam Misfit, got Kenton Hall and Andy Leith. He's in Pop-Up Puppet Cinema as well as Blues Harvest. So I've just got this wonderful group, and let me show you the artwork. I put this together, so please be kind, but I think it looks really good. I like the kind of dynamic style of it. I want that energy. So let's have a look. It says Think Different. So it's with me, Dr. Squee. Yep, I'm on the record. Madam Misfit, Matt Leaves, Professor Elemental, and the Different Thinkers, which is Andy Leith and or Leith, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Kenton Hall. And there's going to be a little bonus thing by one of the other guys, John from Pop-Up Puppet Cinema. But that's a little bit of a surprise for later. And the video will feature at the start a sketch by Pop-Up Puppets. So that's going to be great. Oh, yeah, and the photo of the sun in the background, I took that. I thought it just looked really nice. I love the idea of kind of like the outlines around us being like that energy radiating from our neurodivergencies, or I believe some people on the record might not have neurodivergencies, but just the energy coming, talking about kind of all these different thinkers coming together, which I really like. All profits go to the Owl Centre charity. Now, Bandcamp, which I'm using, does take a small percentage for fees, but it's a very low percentage. Sorry, I will get the percentage and make sure everyone knows that for the day, because I'm not out to be in any way dishonest about it. So Bandcamp, if you go to, and I'm just going to get the address up now. Bear with me 1 second. It's on the main post. So if I go to that, so if you go to drsquee.bandcamp.com, I just want to make sure I got that right. Please, please, please follow, share this video, share everything which I put out for Squeefest. It makes such a huge difference spreading the word if people share these things. And if people go to drsquee.bandcamp.com, if you go to Bandcamp and type in Dr. Squee, you'll come up with me. I can't believe there's many of me, many by that name. So it's Dr. full word, DOCTOR, Squee, SQUEE. And yeah, follow us and you'll get all the updates on the single. I'm just mixing it this weekend. I've got all the elements finally together and it's sounding so good. I cannot wait for me to hear it in one piece and for you to hear it. It's just great. What we're going to do is we're going to cut out a clip from the chorus, maybe share that a little bit so you've got a bit of a teaser. If you follow Madam Misfit, she's going to send out a mailer soon which has got her talking about the song a little bit and her verse, if she hasn't already sent out a demo version of her verse. It just gets better and better on the main one though, guys, I'm just going to say, but it sounds great. So you'll have a couple of teasers, but the single itself is going to be out a week yesterday. So it's on the, again, let me just make sure I get it right. It's on the 20th of June that's out. Please donate and download. It's just £2 for a download. And say all those profits go to the Owl Centre with just the small percentage which Bandcamp taken off. I don't have any control over that, but no money's going to any of the artists. Everyone's giving up their time for free. So yeah, there's that. And the single's just going to be amazing. And we're going to show the video. It's going to be the first thing on Squeefest. Is going to be the video for Think Different. So please join us on the day to see the video of that. And as I've said before, if you are a supporter of me and you want to hear me do something new, please do watch on the day. If you think I'm going to make a total tit of myself and you don't like me, hey, join on the day, download the single, play it till your heart's content and think what a dickhead I made of myself. Great. I'm all for it. I think I sound really good. I've been told by people on the record, I got them to swear on a stack of comic books that they weren't just being nice. And they said, yeah, it sounded good. And, that's Madam Misfit, Press Round Mental, people who I really trust and people who are so pleased to be on the single with. The fact they trust me and these professional performers say, they trusted me to go alongside them on the single, and that means the world. So thank you guys. As I say, I'll share all these posters. I'll share all this stuff. Please just share it far and wide and tune in tomorrow when I'll put something out there for an update tomorrow. Anyway, guys, we're going to have a schedule soon. So that's just showing up the last few guests, and then you'll have that. Just looking at my notes. Right. And something I want you to do. So let me, I'm going to do this live. So it'll tell you, show you what I'm after. So this probably sounds weird, but just give me a second. Should have got that already, but right. So this year, we've got hashtag Think Different. Now, this is, we want people to share how they think differently. We just want you to go to whatever social media, please post it on every social media you're on. I think differently because, and you finish that sentence, you can record a video, you can put it in text, whatever you do. Just hashtag Think Different. If you copy me in at Dr. Squee, it'd be lovely to see them all, but I will look up the hashtag. But there's going to be some other things under that hashtag, I'm sure. But we really want this to go viral. We want people to see it far and wide, and we want people to engage with the event. More of this they see, the more they're likely to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my Think Different right now, put out after this. So if I'm set to video, so I'm not just taking a weird photo of myself. Hi, my name's Dr. Squee, and I think differently because I put on silly charity events, which are 24 hours long, which I'm going to be on throughout the whole thing with guests and games and panels with neurodivergent experts, all raising money for the Owl Centre charity, which is a neurodivergent charity. Please look them up to see full details, but they're amazing. Thank you very much. And please join us on the day. It's the 28th to the 29th of June, 2 p.m. till 2 p.m. BST. And please drop your hashtag Think Difference. Thank you. So there you go, guys. You can just do one sentence, though. It doesn't have to be even all that I just did. And I'm going to post this a bit later. I'm going to post Madam Misfits one, which she sent me, which she's going to share. But guys, get involved. The more of you do this, the more of you that share it, the more of you that encourage your friends to do it, the more viewers, the more money for this amazing charity. And it's a hell of a lineup I've just told you about. If you're just joining us, please do look back. I'm going to post up the posters anyway. So Just Giving, we are waiting for that. Sorry, I recorded this twice because my sound wasn't working earlier, but I don't think I've mentioned it on this version of the recording, but Just Giving, just taking a little while to set up the Owl Centre charity because they've not used it before for events. Once they're set up, as soon as I will quickly set up a page and share it with you guys, and then donate. Soon you'll be able to do download the single. That's £2 every time, and most of that goes to the charity. Mine's a small fee from the hosting site Bandcamp. But yeah, it's one of those things. We're glad that justgiving.com do their due diligence to make sure that all the money that's due to the Owl Centre goes to the Owl Centre, and that they're a legit charity. All this, it's great. You know, that's how your money's saved from Just Giving. However, it's just a bit frustrating. With 2 weeks to go, I'm just really getting itchy on that one. But these things happen. StreamYard, we're hoping they've come on board every other year with Squeefest, and they've basically provided me an upgrade for streaming so that I get their professional package for the price I usually pay for the normal package, and just enables me to stream for longer and more locations. So hopefully this should be going out on Facebook and on YouTube. In fact, I'm going to say it will be. If Just Giving don't come on board, StreamYard don't come on board, I will personally pay for the upgrade. It's not cheap, but I'm just to show you guys that I'm committed to this day. I'm putting the money in, so you guys can put all your money towards the charity that you can spare. Honestly, I always say this: if people are broke, if you're going through a hard time, you can't afford, watch and enjoy the day. I'll make that clear throughout the day. This isn't like, I hate when they do campaigns and they don't add this to it, because if you can afford to donate, please do. But if you can't, you shouldn't be made to feel bad because you're going through a hard time. And especially with this, we're going to be talking to neurodivergent experts, which are going to be so helpful to some people. And a lot of time, actually, there's more neurodivergent people as percentage that end up struggling financially because of problems with work and find the right job that fits them. So we're more likely to be broke, to be frank. And so I want people like myself to enjoy the day, to get something out of it, to get some tips and advice, which hopefully make sure they get the help I got and they're able to achieve as I can achieve now, knowing about my neurodiversity. I'm going to share the details of the event again in just a second, but before I do, I just want to talk to you. Yeah, this is so personal to me, guys. It's taken, like, it was 2 years before I was diagnosed, maybe 2.5 years. My friend Sarah pointed out that I clearly had ADHD. She'd just been diagnosed some months back. And from that moment on, I was just learning more and more about ADHD. I found out I probably have autism as well, about what dyslexia actually is and isn't, because I put so much on it. And as a result, like, I would never have been able to pull off something like Squeefest being this big if it wasn't for this diagnosis. And this is just my way of paying it forward a bit, because charity have given me all these wonderful experts. And that's the thing. I felt before like I had to do it all myself, because if I give it to someone else, they'll argue with my ideas. They'll, I might not get it on time. And like, if I'm doing, I can just spend infinite hours just going away at something to make sure it's available for when it's needed. But this year, like, being able to have better control of planning things meant handing out things. I could hand them out earlier. We had some setbacks, which made it so they weren't earlier, but it meant I was organized to hand things over to people, and I trusted people to do stuff. Doing that is a huge growth thing for me, not just doing it all myself, so it's in my crazy vision. I understand there's people who do understand my way of working, and there's people who don't, and that's fair. But I just got to give things to the right people. They'll work hard for me, and it'll mean I can do so many other things to make this day bigger. So because the panels were being done, basically sent to me, I just had to agree times by the Owl Centre. And where, I sent the artwork to my friend Jack Taylor. He did them. The posters look amazing, much better than I would have done. I think mine would have been good, but they're great, the posters he's done. Single cover, yeah, I did it myself, but at one stage someone offered to do it. Unfortunately, again, they had to drop out just because of busyness, and by the time it was ready to hand over to them, once I confirmed everything about the record for the cover. But it just allowed me to do more. The reason why Squeefest this year is different is because I was diagnosed. I now function better. I get stuff done better. I've got a happier and more fulfilled life, knowing how my brain works and how to suit my environment to how I work best. And I want the next me to have that benefit earlier. I don't want them to go through 45 years. I'm 46 now, but it's 45 when I was diagnosed. I don't want them to go through 45 years before they find this stuff out about themselves, that until they get the help. I want to share the message far and wide. And this charity is a great way of doing it. The Owl Centre are fantastic. They've been so passionate about this event. I never thought I'd meet people who are as passionate about Squeefest as I am. But lo and behold, so it's really important, guys. I know some people don't even like to admit neurodiversity exists, but explain then when I knew all this things which were common for people with ADHD, I started achieving better. Why, when I started taking the medication, it's like my processing could keep up with all the massive ideas would just flood through my head at any given moment. Why does that all work if it's just made up? Nothing within ADHD or autism, I don't think, are any traits that everyone doesn't have, but it's the magnitude that we get them at, which makes it a condition, not just a quirk, if you like. It is real. It does affect people, and getting the help really affects people in great ways. So I just want to share a bit of my story in all of these updates and why it's important. I couldn't be happier. We're doing pre-recorded little segments. So there's going to be a sketch. There's going to be me and Will Wilkins and Paul G. We recorded this thing where we talk for an hour just on random scenarios and what would you do, and like what alien language would you pick if you had to pick one to learn. Or pick one that you can magically speak, and that was absolutely wonderful. So that's going to be cut into 10-minute chunks to play when I'm having comfort breaks. We're going to have a sketch for the same reason. We're also going to have me and Sarah going to talk, and we're going to probably cut that into 2, maybe 3 sections of us talking about when she told me I had ADHD, that part of my journey. I want that kind of recorded anyway. And talk about her journey as well. So probably for these things, there might be some which we don't feature all of it on the day, but we'll release the full videos later so you can enjoy those in full. But it was a great way to include more people on the day. This schedule is so crammed. Not one thing on the lineup is something which has been shown before. It's all brand new. I worked my ass off for this, as has everyone on the lineup. So please join us. I'd say huge guest announcement tomorrow. I'm just going to call it now. We're going to go live 12 o'clock tomorrow, and I'll tell you about that. But in conclusion, guys, thanks for staying with me for half an hour. This is the lineup. It's happening Saturday 28th to Sunday 29th of June, 2 p.m. till 2 p.m. We've got all these panels from experts on ND. Again, share all this, share it far and wide, get everyone excited, get everyone involved. And if you're watching this because someone shared it, share it again. Please push this out there. We just I'm doing basically a 2-week push on advertising because I wasn't able to before. I'm going to post the post as well. If you see a thing on the lineup, you want to ask a question, please send all questions for the day, either for celebrities or for the panels, especially the panels. So it'd be really great to have some questions for them. It's drsquee@gmail.com. And please, send in your Think Difference as well. If you want to email them to that, I'll post it. I'll retweet it. It'd be great if you put it on your socials, but just retweet it if you want. But if you're just doing text one, just put up there. Hashtag Think Different. I think differently because I'm finished that sentence, either in written or video form. Thanks, guys. I cannot wait till Squeefest. It's really is going to be the best one ever. I just hope we've got the viewers. So please, let's say share. So all the details. I've been Dr. Squee. That was a Squeefest update. Squeefest 5, think differently and think different. And until next time, live like you've got 2 hearts, and please be kind and watch Squeefest.